Hello everyone and welcome back to Conquering the Frontier here on the New Frontier map. We are now in November and it's looking quite autumny out here. But our sawmill has produced some planks. Yes, it's been working hard. It is out of wood though. So we will have to take a look at getting some more wood in there. And that is part of our plan today. We have found an area with some grass. As you can see, it's turned a bit brown, but I think we can still get some silage out of it. So the plan is to do some mowing, and it's around the same area as we mowed last time. So we do have a few trees over there now we need to clear, and yes, Artemus is gonna go cut those down and we're gonna winch him into our sawmill here. Then it's on to mowing, getting that collected and into our bunker silo. And we need to get that covered today before winter, so we can have it ferment into some nice silage for us to sell. Yes, then we plan on plowing in our third field in the area that we are mowing. So hopefully by the end of this year we will have 3 fields, and our third field will get some crops in it in the spring. It is too late to start drilling anything now. So yes, that will have to wait. So we'll jump in our Massey, grab our winch. Then I think we can follow Artemus over to the new area. So we'll grab our winch and follow him over there. Get the trees winched into our sawmill. Yes, I will check in with you when that's done. There we go. That should be all the wood from the area. Let's see. Yes, 13,000 liters from all of that. Very nice. So this can churn along. make some more wood products for us. Yes, we need to drop off our winch here and attach our mower, as it is now time to get that area mowed. Here we are. This should be just about our property edge here. Yes, I'm gonna try to mow a straight line, heading for those trees in the distance. It's hard to tell, but I've picked out some that I think are in a fairly straight shot away. So we'll get our mower going and try to make this as straight of a line as possible. So yes, we'll get this mowed up and I will see you then. There we go. That's our field all mowed up. Or what's gonna be our field. Now we are struggling to figure out a name for it, so if you have any suggestions, drop them down in the comments. But next up we need to grab our forage wagon and get the windrows picked up that Artemus is currently making. And get this added to our silage bunk here. Yes, it's going to be interesting to see how much we have in the end. With our forage wagon attached, we will have get this all picked up, and I will see you then. has the last of the grass in our silo. Now we'll have to drop off our forage wagon and get the front loader arms on our tractor, as Artemus has bought a shovel for our front loader, so we can get the spillage back into our bunker silo so that we can have all the grass we worked so hard to collect in the bunker silo fermenting. There we go. We're gonna swap with Artemus, who's gonna take over with the shoveling and compacting. Now at the moment we have 113 liters of chaff in here. So we'll try to stay out of the way while he gets this finished up. Now the compaction is fairly low at the moment, so there'll be lots to do. Yes, we'll leave him to it and see how he gets on. There we go, and that's our bunker silo at 100% compaction. Which means we can go ahead and get it covered up. Now there is some bits sticking out from the ends, and we were trying to get them into the silo, but they just keep wanting to leave the ends. So we're gonna see if it actually covers it or if they stand out, and in which case we'll leave it until a later date. Let's go ahead and get this covered. And there we go. Yes, quite a bit sticking from the ends, unfortunately. But it is what it is. And we'll just have to stick those ends back into the silo once it's done fermenting. But we don't have much time left in the day. However, we are gonna go ahead and do some wood chipping as we are running out, and We were hoping to get some wood chips into our sawmill to start producing the particle goods as well. Don't know if we'll get enough for that today, but we are gonna start with some wood chips for our biomass burner. So we will get our trailer in place underneath the conveyor of our wood chipper. We will do a nice bit of chipping, and I will see you when we're all done. And that's all the wood chips. We filled up our sawmill so we can start making some particle goods. Then we have a full trailer for our biomass burner. But Artemus installed this service station over here, so we can go ahead and do what... Oh, better turn it off. Go ahead and do repairs needed for our tractor. There we go. Back in peak condition. Easy to service. We can go right under here. Get the fluids and oil changed. Easy peasy. Yes, we can get it fired up and rolled from the pallets and back into our shed to store it out of the weather. So it's a very successful day. We have our grass all fermenting in our bunker silo. Now shame how it didn't include a lot of grass when we put it in there. Bit of a waste, to be honest, but it is what it is. And we'll get that sorted out later on. And yes, we have a new location for a field. Now, if you have any suggestions for what it should be called, leave them down in the comments. As well as if you have any tips, tricks, or suggestions, make sure to check out Artemus' channel down in the description. Leave a like if you liked today's episode. Subscribe if you haven't already. And we will see you next time as we continue to conquer the frontier.